What's up, YouTube? I'm Devon DaVinci, and I want to go ahead and address something real quick. Um, Now, I didn't originally feel like it was my place to speak on it because I'm just a person on the internet. I'm not really like my opinion doesn't really matter too much. But somebody specifically asked like what I thought about it, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a video addressing this. This is, of course, about the situation with Ukraine and Russia and everything that's going on. Now, before I go and jump into it, I do want to let everybody know that I'm not the most informed about the history of Ukraine or their full-on relationship with Russia and everything else. So I might say some stuff that might end up being wrong. So I do ask that you understand that, and feel free to go in the comment section and let me know if there is something that I do get wrong. At the same time, also will be doing my due diligence to research what people do say, because misinformation is really huge on the internet, and it's one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to the internet. So if I feel like some type of fake narratives are being pushed, I will start deleting comments and banning people, because I'm just not that person. With that being said, everything going on in Ukraine, I do want to let everybody know first and foremost that I support Ukraine and I support the effort that they're doing to defend their homeland. I think that President Zelensky is probably a shining example of what a president should be. I think that he's gone above and beyond for his people, and the dude should have a statue of himself, like, period. When you talk about the mythical leaders of countries and like founding fathers and things like that, President Zelensky for Ukraine deserves to be right. After this is all said and done, and hopefully everything works out right, I know that there's a lot of times when the situation in Ukraine seems dire. Just keep your head up, keep fighting and pushing through, and always try to stay positive and keep the faith. After everything's said and done, make sure y'all put a statue of Zelensky up, because he deserves it. I've heard some things about Ukraine and they have like Nazi brigades, whatever the hell else. Even if that is true, that is no excuse for what's going on with Russia and them invading. If that is a thing that truly does exist, of course, that is something that Ukraine needs to address, because that type of thing has no place in any society, but it exists in almost every society. I know for a fact the United States has that. I know that the UK has it. I know that Germany has it. I know that Russia has it. So it's not like beyond the realm of believing that it's not a thing that could happen, because I know based on all the other places that do have neo-Nazis and things like that, it's something that could exist. But with that being said, again, like I said, Russia does not or should not be in Ukraine right now under some false pretense about trying to help citizens and whatnot, because I feel like that our whole entire discussion is complete bullcrap. I think that Vladimir Putin is looking for an excuse to get into another country and occupy it for a number of reasons, whether it's to prevent Ukraine from joining NATO, whether it's to get access to their oil depots and reserves, or if it's to reestablish the former Soviet Union or Russian Empire or whatever else. I feel like it's pretty much a bunch of other reasons besides just fighting for Russian identifying people in those areas. Now, also with that being said, I do want to address the Russian people and everything. Now, with everything that's been going on with this war, it is very important that everybody on the outside understand that not all Russian people are behind the war, and we can't find ourselves in this situation where we're constantly trying to dogpile on top of the Russian people, because at the end of the day, you have people that aren't in favor of what Putin's doing, but they don't really have too much control of the situation. And to keep attacking them as well as the Russian government and everything doesn't help anybody. It just puts them in a situation where they feel like they have their backs against the wall, whether it's between Putin and whether it's with the West. So I think we should do whatever we can to let people know that we are behind the Russian people that are not in favor of the war, and we got to do what we can to help those people get out of the grim situation they're going to be in, because the Russian economy is going to be hit pretty hard with some of the sanctions and everything else that's going on. I mean, not just because it's the right thing to do, but also because it reminds me a lot of what happened after the Treaty of Versailles and the way the German people were treated, which led them in a situation where they felt like they were desperate, and what led to someone like Hitler coming into power because of all the dogpiling that was put on the German people at the time. So even if like Putin were to be taken out of power, if you put someone in a bad enough situation, they'll grasp at anything that might give them the idea of getting out of their situation. And that could lead people to making decisions that aren't the most well informed and put them in a position where they're worse off than they were to begin with. So it's very important to also have your heart open to the people in Russia that are against the war but don't really have any control. Also, the Ukrainian people. Now, the people in Ukraine are going through a lot. This war, I mean, just the senseless loss of life. Whenever I see like fatalities and casualties and things like that, especially when it comes to like these situations where it's people that have nothing to do with the conflict itself getting killed, like I just think about like every person that's affected by that death. When you look at statistics and you see something that says like, oh, 10 people died, so it's not really a lot for a war, this, that, the other, but you got to remember those 10 people had family and friends, and every one death affects hundreds of people. So this is a person that, had an entire life, had memories, had emotional moments with other people. All that stuff is just gone. Like once you're gone, there's no coming back from that. So those 10 people, they had family and friends that not just meant something to them, but that the person meant something to those people. I mean, you just feel like all these things that this person had in their life, all the potential, all the things they could have done, the kids that could have grown up to become something great, or someone that did something for their family that got them out of a situation that, like a poor situation or something like that, or someone that did something that could have changed the world, somebody that could have discovered the next breakthrough, somebody that could have inspired other generations to do something great. Now that life's been snuffed out for no reason at all. The potential life that has already been taken away, it just makes the situation that much worse. So like I said, I definitely am behind the Ukrainian people in this situation. In the description box down below, I will have a list of different charities and things that you can go to and give your support for. If you happen to know any charities that are even better, feel free to let me know in the comment section, because it's one thing to just send thoughts and prayers, but I mean, support would definitely go a long way. So feel free to check out those links that I'll have down there, and let me know what you think. If you have any more information about the situation, again, like I said, feel free to leave it. Again, I will be making sure to verify stuff and seeing what's in there. Also, because sometimes whenever comments and stuff come through my videos, I don't get notifications of everything. So if something does slip by that you feel is misinformation, tag me in it, whether it's putting a hashtag something or adding me with @DaVinci, something to let me know that like something's going on in the comment section. I'll at least go and check it out and verify it and everything. So I hope that this isn't too much of a down note for everybody, and I hope that you understand. Like I said, this is just my opinion on it. My opinion isn't more valuable than anybody else's. It's just somebody asked me, so I felt like I will definitely let you guys know, just to let you know that I support Ukraine, because they can get as much support as they can, and I feel like it goes a long way to let you know that most of the world is in fact behind. Anyway, I'm gonna give you the deuces, and I will see you guys next time.